Yo, man, this video right here that I'm making is for my family. Let me tell you something, man. Let me be real with you, yo. I have to take a second and a moment to tell you about a lot of real situations and stuff, Let me explain something to you about life. Pardon me. In life, I had to tell my wife, I have mad wives, right? So, say for instance, my wife, while I was on social recovery, went and got with my other wife, my other child, me and my other wife's son, and they were together. Then, she asked me, they don't have to go to the hospital or doctor because I'm the one that educated all hospitals and doctors. So, it wouldn't make no sense going to the hospital or doctor or anything to go get a checkup because, my son, she would have to explain to my son and he would have to be educated to find out if something was wrong with him. And I mean my child, if something was wrong with him physically, who stagnated our love in the paradigm of time? Would it have been my son or my wife? Most likely my wife because she's older. And then if she had a marital affair with him, that means, even, I would say just like this. I'm the head of the Ninja Galaxy, right? Solar System, Galaxy, and Universe of all social star charts. So, how many ninjas died in the paradigm of time? And how many losses did they take when it came to their sacred education? They would have to think about that. Then I say just like this. Imagine if there's a person going around that's telling niggas fuck, 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 fuck. A person says, when you're empty and dry, you don't have nothing left to even think about. So another chick just wants you to be stupid, so be very careful. Because, I never believed in divorce, but there's a lot of divorces I notice I'm having these days. It's just like my wife, Athena. If Athena, or any point of her enlightenment, ever had sex with another man, that means she got checkmated already. So she's beyond stupid. So that means somebody got into her intellectualness of her even being an honor of one's natural habitation of education and values of learning honor and dignity. That means she would have got checkmated by somebody that just literally abused her and made her stupid. So, or she made herself stupid. It's like hanging out with girls. You ever see the girl and then she mistreats herself and says, do this to yourself, do this to yourself, this to yourself. And then later on in line, when you want to refine, you're wondering what's complicating a situation. And when she made it do it, there's another hateful girl that's checkmating you in physics, that's making you do things to yourself. Then you got a real serious situation on your hand. Then you have my wife. Say, for instance, let me give you an example in life. If my wife went with my child, got with my child from my child, either way, no matter where, what would have stagnated or caused him to have a complication to his mental or his humane condition and health when it came to physics? That means she stagnated the love. So he couldn't complain to me about it. And not only after she stagnates his love, he ain't going to be able to think too straight. So he's already going to be stupid, and also her. So if they come at me, it shows you what she created within herself, that something was wrong with her mentally, emotionally, and her humane condition in physics and science to the humane anatomy would be off. So, there's no reason, any doctor or law enforcement would be able to say something's wrong with her, stay away from me, and, they would have to be apprehended, because especially if she was a point of enlightenment or in a point celestial empress or celestial empress, or celestial, telestial, astrological, super, mega, quantum, highest highest of all highest, beyond highest, highest of all highest, highest, all of all. You would have to really think about that. No matter what planet, moon, sun, or earth, solar system, galaxy, universe, or star clusters, star zodiac, star astrology, star constellation, or any social star chart. I'm just being real with you, or any force of nature or jewel stone or element. So what would stagnate the jewel would be her, because it would be causing an individual just to cause complications to one's natural development of humane condition. Now, it's different when you're learning about elements, but when an element rusts or an element deteriorates, usually is because of a stagnation of the stupidity of the point of acknowledgement of the rulership of overall. So it would be my wife then me, you know what I'm saying? But it would literally be my wife. So because I'm perfect already. So I'm the one that made all rules and stuff. So a person would have to think that, because it don't make no sense going to the hospital or a doctor. Because I said that to a chick in a nail salon today, and you know what she did? She went on her phone to make a phone call. Like, she couldn't hear that. Like, that was something she didn't need to hear. And then, I just didn't say nothing, because I'm like, once my son finds out that you probably gave him some type of complication to his humane condition, you better hope it doesn't develop into a disease, and that you manipulated my love in time, and then you tried to get to the intricacies of things I showed him sacredly that you may not have known, or if you questioned if he was your real child at your point of your social habitation of yourself, or was the higher empress, which is your sister, and the crown of the reason of your existence. If you try to find out that information, that means you're a dead chick, you know what I'm saying? Because that means you violated and you did it on purpose. So you wasn't a natural orientation of the dignity of natural honor to operate at a level, or if you have a jealous emotion, or if you cause complications in one humane condition in physics, something needs to check you, or literally where a person just came out of some type of consecration and complicated my wife's life, or and you manipulated individuals in time until I started realizing certain things. Because people are going to have to think about that. Remember, I'm on social recovery, so I don't want to have to say too much. So, and to my child, I would tell him, you came from me. If she irked my nerves at a time, usually I go to my own house, my own social habitation, my own space or environment some way, and I could vent a certain type of way and be okay. But because if you annoyed me with her, I can't help you, because she manipulated the love, and probably she already did it sexually with me, and then that's what caused complication with you. And when I tried to think that you would have been educated in your etiquette or mannerism and social education and economics or equality, that you would have realized it, but then your stupidity, you let her get to a point of sacred of my love, of you being a continuance of my consciousness, and that's what caused the malicious acts. And I don't want to be mad at myself, but if she was already handling you, she did it, she took advantage of it, just like it's like a chick asking you for money and then just doesn't care to do anything for an individual, or just wants to take advantage of an individual for nothing, and then it ends up in a Salem type of situation, or somebody doing some type of life sentence, or some type of jail, or some type of complication when it comes to social habitation. You got to think about all these type of things. It's just like to the humane condition. It's just like if my wife, I did martial arts in no paradigm of time. This is why I make these videos. If something happens, I have to literally remind my wife, because it could have been a martial art blow, it could have been anything. It's not an excuse, because I naturally acknowledge and conscious of this. This is why I don't want to think about certain things. So it could be if she's being spiteful or something you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? It's just like my children, some of my children, I put them away in the time, but if they come out in the paradigm, they're gonna know that I was on social recovery, and then they're gonna think about the physics, and then they gotta be very cautious to the things that could develop or what leads back to them if they were regarding me according to certain other situations. But that's not an excuse, because you never disrespect the reasons of the intricacies of my love, especially when you know a feminine being is my wife and she's 6 feet and down. So there's nothing else to say, It's just literally, it's just like how my wife is gonna refine if she already manipulated my love to the intricacy point. It's impossible after that. That then is a no. Let's forget about it, And I'm just being serious with you, But I'm a man of love, so I know the difference, even in energy, because I could just cheat my energy. And make a person feel like they should just, in all type of ways. But that's too intense for some people sometimes, so I don't do stuff like that. But, the self-control and meditation is everything. This is why today is January 28th, 2021. I'm going on vacation for a year and a half. I'm leaving New York, I'm having to stay in places and hang out with individuals that I don't really be around like that, because another person wants my land and they're going after my family. And I love my wife, the Element Empress. Like, I love her so much that for everything that she did, even if somebody tried to manipulate her to take advantage of me, it doesn't mean nothing to me, because I know what's really going on in life, and I would never complicate her reality because of my presence at the time, and to know that, even if I had to ever part ways about something for a reason, to even be calmly, or even be calmate, or just cool about my situation, that I could be able to communicate with her without any complications or feeling any type of how can I say this, stagnant vibrations that will cause any of us physical harm or mental or emotional harm in the paradigm of time. So it's just funny when I think about situations, because I don't want people knowing certain things about me, but at the same time, I don't want people taking advantage of me. It's just like my wife, Andromeda, and them. If she goes to have an affair, or any of my Element Empresses go have an affair, she can't go to the golden temples or the depth temples of the golden or jewelstone element temples, because they're not going to want to take off her shoes. They're not going to want to sit down on a chair or walk around in a social habitation, because that'll be like spreading a virus or a disease to foul chemistry within her human condition. And if she was saying that she was following the physics of certain things she did, that's just annoyance of a person trying to manipulate the reason of purity and love and honor of dignity at a time, especially in orientation and intensity of enlightenment. Because a person has to learn how to self-control for the reasons of rulership for future, and the reasons of judgment or honor, or even reasons of acknowledgement as a mentor or elder, for even within a family orientation, or even a family organization. A person got to think about how serious that is. So it's just like, my wife would look at it, it's like, you can't tell me fuck you intelligently, and even, because remember, this is the year of refinement, reflection, jewel stone, and element. So a feminine being can't tell me or F you intelligently, and then she wants to go sit on a chair or a couch of cloth or leather or a vibrating conduct in a sacred place where a person is supposed to uphold the dignity and law and upright of honor, of time, and the respect of values of one's human condition, adequacy, and orientation of one's love, honor, and even before it even gets to questioning one's sacredcy of one's private time. So a person got to think about stuff like that. My wife wouldn't want her to, where would she be going? It's even worse if she threw on uphold the law as an officer, as something that would be even worse. You know what I'm saying? Once you see people start doing robbery rituals on buses, streets, cars, and using elements, then the world would be in danger. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop the world from coming to an end and get rid of those type of people that would do stuff like that. Seriously. I'm just telling you the truth. Public buses are not used for reasons of matrimony or sexual activity or natural operations when it comes to even one's human condition or science. It's just for traveling. That's all I have to say. I don't want to say too much. A person can't take their feet off in a quality temple of value, jewelstone, an element, if they're having an affair. That's like spreading a disease and stuff. The vibrational conduct would be like spreading a disease. You have to stop it and secure yourself from spreading a disease. It's just like when people do construction, you don't rebuild or break down a structure. You build around the structure. You secure the building. You build around the natural habitation of one's equality of economics structure to secure it. So if there's complication, one could overview and overconquer or overcome a situation if something happens a certain way. But I don't want to speak too much about it though. But have a wonderful day though. This is just the thoughts I was having, and I love my family so much in so many different ways that they need to be acknowledgeful about these type of things. And I don't want to complicate their reality. So I make these videos so I don't have to sit there personally with them sometimes to speak with them. But it's not because I don't want to. I want to, but the people around me is causing complications when I'm not. I need to I need to go on a year and a half vacation to make sure my mentality is okay, so these people don't follow me and cause a destructive conduct in my life when it comes to natural love, of honor and dignity, of orientation and family, or even originality, origin, or organizement, or organization of one's reasons of attributes of living for the next or the future at a time. So that's all I can say. But have a wonderful night, morning or night to other individuals. I have to actually, I gotta be. I'm taking a moment just to, refine a point of enlightenment anatomy a certain way with a drink. But in a way, it's like venting because I have to be able to meditate, and I don't want to feel stressed and tense. So I have to loosen my vibration a certain way. So this way, I say to myself, this is why I'm sitting in this place like this, saying to myself where it's safe, and then I can go sit down with another individual, have like a hilarious conversation, and then just rest up for the next day until I don't want to complicate person's life, so I don't use their restroom. I go outside and handle whatever I have to handle for myself when I have the means or the revenue to, because I'm on social recovery. I can't endanger my life in the paradigm of physics, and I don't want to complicate other people's life because I already seen they were taking advantage of me, and I can't let myself feel belittled because another person is trying to checkmate me when it comes to chess, and they're just trying to manipulate the social surroundings of my social equality, that I own the land and apartments and houses, and then they just want me to see, like, I remember I saved my life from Boogie Night from getting shot. So the individuals that's causing these complications in my life are the people that's really already trying to kill me. So that's how I feel. In the paradigm, literally, that's what it is in physics. But I have nothing else to say. But have a wonderful morning, nighttime, and love one. Like as I said, January 27, 2021.